Yo, what up? It's Laura Homeboy, and this video is about a problem that I used to have. Like this video, subscribe to this video, and do all that other good shit, sharing and all of that. Now, if you watched the video on cults that I made, I told you guys that back in the day I used to be a pathological liar. Well, I don't know if I would call it pathological because I haven't googled that term. I don't know what it means. But basically, every time I will open my mouth from the age of 10, something like that, 10 to 12, to about 19, 90% of that shit would be a fucking lie. Actually, it really got bad in like high school, a little bit before that. I'm gonna give you a little bit of history on the situation. When I was 3 years old, the first time, that was the first time that I ever lied to my mother. I think I was I was younger than 6. I was probably older than 3. And me and my cousins were in the kitchen or some shit, and she heard us talking, and I guess I used profanity or I said something, and she was like, "Did you say that?" And I lied to her and I said no. And she took me in the other room and she beat my ass. She gave me a whooping. And at that point in time, that was the worst whooping that I ever got from my mom. But instead of me saying, wow, lying is fucking horrible and it can get you into a lot of trouble, my response to that situation was, I just gotta get better at this shit. Because it felt good to lie to her. It felt good to be in control or whatever the fuck I thought of at that time. It felt good. So, I kept doing it and practicing, and I will always be telling people these outrageous stories, and a lot of the times I wouldn't be exercising my lying muscle. They weren't good lies a lot of the time. Sometimes they were, sometimes they weren't. I would be just telling people these fantastic fucking over dramatic fucking stories, shit that I saw in movies, other people fucking said around me, shit I heard other people tell stories about. I gotta turn down, I'm making some fucking sausage. I gotta turn that shit down, obviously. Yeah. You can probably hear it too. But it got pretty bad. It started like in middle school. And the reason behind me doing this, I hated my fucking self, bro. I fucking thought I was like the worst person that you could fucking be. I really did. I wholeheartedly believed that. Because nobody wanted to be my fucking friends. So I had to give these people something to want to be friends with. Somebody who they would want to be friends with. And it didn't fucking matter that they wanted to be my friends or not. But I didn't fucking realize that shit until I got older. And, shit was just not gonna fly. How did I stop lying so fucking much? I went to jail. How I stop all my fucking bad habits? Well, hopefully it won't have to come to that to get rid of the rest of these. But I went to jail and I told people I was from the hood and there was projects where I lived, and that shit was just getting me in trouble because, like I said, my mom told me, if you act like a gangster, people are gonna treat you like a gangster, and gangster shit's gonna happen to you. So I decided to stop lying so fucking much after that. That was a horrible It was a great lesson, but it was a horrible fucking experience. Um, it ruined a lot of my relationships. I mean, it's not like I couldn't just be real with people, but I just had such a low fucking self esteem that I would just be lying and lying. I mean, certain stuff I just wouldn't mess with. I never told anybody anything that I mostly told people shit I couldn't back up because I didn't know the background of a lot of these things I was telling people. Um, One, I was a part of this club, the YMCA Leaders Club, and I told people I showed up late, told people that I got fucking shot in the fucking leg or some shit like that, and I even went to the extent I had crutches in my room already. And my mom was in the other room with her boyfriend, and I jumped up and stomped on the floor as hard as I could. And when they ran in the room, I was already on the ground, and I was like, no, I still want to go to the meeting. I'm a devout member of this fucking YMCA Leaders Club. And then I fucking went there with crutches and fucking had a fake ass bandage on my leg, like at the top of my pelvic area. So when I would pull up my shirt, it would be tape and just made it dramatic and all kind of shit. I took some marker probably and put some fake blood right there, some brown on the bandage or whatever the fuck. But I just really wanted people to think I was just this fucking tough fucking thug, you know, because people bullied me a lot of my life. My relatives taking it too seriously. Hold on, I gotta check on the sausage again, because the water evaporated. I like that crispiness, that fucking burnt, that charred shit. And we can't grill, number one, because this fucking complex sucks. And you can only have propane grills because somebody set a fucking tree on fire a long time ago that lived here with their fucking charcoal because they're fucking retards and they fucked it up for everybody else. So instead, when there's a fucking accident, if one of these fucking propane tanks explodes, everybody has a fucking grill here and this whole complex is gonna fucking explode and we're all gonna die because of one motherfucker that burned down a tree. That's a real story. But I did it because I hated myself, because I wanted people to fucking like me. I got to high school, middle school I was pretty unpopular. I don't think I was getting, I got bullied by like fucking 3 people, but it stopped. In one of my middle schools. And the other one, I wasn't trying to be friends with anybody. I was trying to focus on my academics because, some shit happened with that. My dad withdrew me from the school that he went to because I was embarrassing him with my low GPA and my shenanigans. I was getting suspended and in trouble for dumb shit all the time, and all his fucking friends were there, and he was trying to impress them and shit, and they're like, okay, you have this fucking fucked up little middle schooler, and he's making you look bad, whatever the fuck. Who gives a fuck? So I went to that middle school, got bullied. I did some retarded shit. I got expelled, and I had to go back to that middle school. Those middle schools, a lot of people knew each other. So when they found out what I did, I didn't have any friends. I didn't have any fucking friends before that anyway. But when I got to high school, my uniqueness and my weirdness was embraced. I didn't give a fuck about shit because people from that middle school that I got expelled from were all going to that high school, because there was only one high school in that area that people who lived around me could go to, and the other one was our rival high school, and that was out of the area. So when I got there, I saw that people liked me for me, and I wasn't used to that. I didn't know that could happen, because people really didn't like me from. I was like the cool kid, the popular kid most of my elementary days until I got to like 4th or 5th grade, something bad happened to me. I just got depressed, and nobody fucking liked me, whatever. So I got to high school, and I was like, okay, all these fucking people like me and they want to be my friend. Well, let's turn it up a little bit. And then I started telling all these fantastic lies, start hanging out with the wrong crowd, and I felt like, okay, I have to impress them. They're not gonna just like me for me. These are the only people that live by me that I really want to hang out, because everybody was like strong acquaintances. Everybody knew me. A lot of people knew me. And I don't know if they just didn't want to hang out with me or whatever the fuck the case was. The people that were willing to hang out with me, I felt like I had to impress them, and like I wasn't good enough, so I just built this whole new person. Start fucking asking people to call me all kind of nicknames and shit, and I just really wanted to be liked. So everything I said, a good 90% of what I said, from the age of 12 or 13 to like 19 till I went to jail for the second time in Cook County, was lie. Most of it. All the little stories, most of the stories that I told were lies. Me fucking getting shot at and fucking fighting these mysterious people in the forest where I lived, and fucking bitches I fucked, a lot of shit, just random sexual acts that happened in like fucking 10 minutes that nobody fucking knew about, all kind of shit. And this led to me, of course, having an alcohol problem. Because again, after that, I was like, okay, I can't keep lying to these fucking people. They're not gonna like me if I tell lies, or they're not gonna like me if I tell the truth. Or they're gonna try me, harass me, bully me, steal from me, all kind of shit. So I started drinking. Because when I'm drinking, I'm a likable person to the extent, but then people tend to not trust you if you're fucking drunk all the time. And, people just didn't fuck with me when I was drunk, because I am more outspoken. I'm not just gonna let everything fucking happen and just slide. But yeah. So I don't really have any advice for you. Honestly, I just wanted to tell this part of my story. I mean, everybody who knows me or hung out with me, they know this because I told them these fucking fantastic ass stories. Usually people I didn't lie to, usually people in my family that I didn't see all the time. Like my cousins that I hung out with. I lied to my mom a considerable amount, and my dad. And the only people I probably didn't lie to my sister that much. My little sister. Like when I would write papers about myself for school and shit, just like it would be dumb shit, and I would really regret it because my whole life would be different if I would have just took some time to realize how awesome of a person that I was, and these people are liking you for you. And it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense, and it doesn't make sense now. If I gave a fuck that little and people liked what they saw, why did I feel the need to turn it up? Why did I feel the need to take it a step further to make sure to solidify, their friendship? If you find yourself in any of these situations, whatever, don't lie. That's why self-confidence and self-love is like the most important thing besides your health. So love yourself, keep your body and your mind healthy, don't fucking lie to people. And that's it. That's Lord Homeboy. Peace.